I'll be bringing a cold chain perspective into this discussion about logistic and how the future logistic looks like. Because I have partially worked in cold chain industry most of the time. So through Indicold, how we are trying to improvise few of the infrastructure and technology challenges of the cold chain. My presentation will be very specific on that. So, a little bit about Indicold. We are reliable, trustworthy, specialist, creative, fast-growing cold chain who really want to innovate the way the food is moving in the supply chain from farm to fork. Right. So our vision is very simple, that everyone should be having access to a nutritious food and safe healthcare. And our mission is to drive this vision through use of innovation, reliability, accessibility, and latest technology. So this is our journey. We'll just go through it in a very crisp way. So we have strong roots of cold chain since 1946, and we gradually build the traditional cold chain infrastructure into a modern starting 2019. Till then, we were also part of the traditional infrastructure limited to few commodities and not focusing on too much of value creation. But starting 2019-20, the company started focusing on other segment in the value food chain of dairy, of FMCG, and COVID was a game changer for us because we were given a exposure of very high critical uh, temperature required commodities in the cold chain, which was pharma at that time, the vaccine and all. And in 2022, 2023, so we were also recognized by the government, and we started working for the quick com players, the Zepto, the Swiggy, the Zomatos of the world. And at this time only we realized that to to be in the race and to match the pace of these quick com companies, which offer you a delivery at your convenience, sitting at your home, you get anything in 10 minutes. We started thinking that how robust the cold chain has to be made so that we can match with the pace of these companies, because they are defining uh, how we are doing our shopping, how fast our food is coming to us. So definitely, if you have to be part of this platform economy, you have to have your infrastructure sync in the same way. So in 2024, with these thoughts, we thought that we should bring something which is very new, and which is challenging, but definitely which will be accepted by the market in years to come. So that was the development of ASRS technology per se in cold chain. So for the audience, ASRS technology is not new in warehousing and logistics. Globally, it is used, very well used in global cold chain outside India, and in dry warehousing. Few of our panelists come from that industry, so they know ASRS is a very common technology. So I'm talking about cold chain because in India, Indicold is the only company which has tried to develop ASRS technology into cold chain, and that too at a temperature of minus 25 and 26. Means that the automation which is helping you handle the cargo at such a low temperature using automation and zero manual interference of humans inside the chambers. Right. So recently we got awarded by the government of India also for our innovative techniques and the way we have tried to redefine the cold chain. So this is our motto. We are a one-stop solution provider catering to consumer from farm till the fork. This is our presence so far. We have tried to take a good share of market, coming into 15 odd locations. This spread help us to get good customer, provide them good solution, and we are trying to uh, touch base either the consumption point or the manufacturing point in the supply chain. So now automation at Indicold. As I told you that in Gujarat, two of the facilities, one in Dholasan, other in Detros. So these are the only two facilities in India which is having the ASRS in cold chain. So in this picture only you can see that there is a crane and there is a platform which the crane is taking. So this platform is a trolley which goes inside the chamber and put the material inside the chamber and also bring the material out. So what you can see in traditional cold chain, you have a eye gap of almost 3.5 meter. In a racking based cold chain in a modern infrastructure, which is not a mezzanine infrastructure, it is a racking based infrastructure, and the likes of Godrej, the like of giraffes provide these kind of rackings. So your gallery is almost 3500 mm wide, because you need that much of space so that you can maneuver your machine. But here you can see only you know uh, only half of it or 1 of it of space is there where this device can easily move. So what advantage this give you? So in a very small space you can have a huge storage capacity, right? So what advantage this give you? That you don't have any manpower inside, you don't have any machinery inside. Most of the time, if there are lapses made by the operators who are operating a MHE inside the cold room, so most of you might have witnessed there are accidents. Sometimes the pallet will fall, sometimes the machine hit the racking and entire warehouse may collapse. So we have made zero intervention of a MHE and even of a manpower inside a cold room. So why we are concerned? See, you have to understand, because at the end of the day, if you are operating a cold chain, that too at such a low temperature as low as -25, -22, for all the commodities which require this kind of temperature, so you have to put manpower inside the cold room. Not everyone may get that environment where he is not exposed to such a low temperature. So it is uh, is providing harm to human health also. The pickers, the operators who are operating, though we claim that we have PPEs which can help to withstand such a low temperature, but still if a human is working for 3-4 hours during picking, packing, sorting, grading, it impacts their health. So but in this environment you don't need a human intervention at all. So this is the benefit of technology. So there is a robot, there is a machinery which get instruction from a program, and it itself place the material in a designated position, and when you want it to be retrieved, it bring the material outside, right? And in a very compact environment. So this was our first warehouse, the Dholasan one, wherein we came with 7500 pallet position. So what were the advantage which we were trying to give to the the fraternity of players which are using our facility? So we were giving them a high storage density, automated handling, real-time inventory tracking, because the robotic arms and the machineries, they are moving inside the warehouse, they are putting your cargo in the racking, and you are able to see it on real time, right? And again, a controlled frozen environment, optimized energy usage, power consumption. Obvious, if in a small area you can able to accommodate more number of pallets, so the energy cost per pallet comes down, right? So again, this Dathros was the second facility which after 1.5 year of entering into Dholasan, we entered. So here we tried to change the technology of a bit. So we came with a four-way shuttle system. So in Datros, it was only two-way shuttle system. So how a four-way shuttle system helps? It can travel in all four directions, front, back, left, and right. And every floor has a trolley which is free to move from one end of the warehouse to the another end. So parallelly at each floor, you can have access to the inventory. So if you are targeting a throughput of say 50 odd pallet to 60 odd pallet per hour for loading, and the similar volume for unloading, if you are targeting export market which is having a very high container load of export of food material, so such technology and such machineries really help you. So it is beneficial to the user as well as the operator of the cold chain, because your accuracy improve, your efficiency improve, you are saving on energy, and you are using the technology, the automation of it. So this facility was again 10,000 pallet position. So combined together, these two facilities were 17,000 pallet position, and we are into, say, definitely 2 year of running these automated warehouses. No doubt we have faced challenges because this was a very new technology which we were trying to bring in the cold chain. But yes, this is definitely the future, and in future companies like us will definitely invest in this kind of infrastructure, because now the customer also wants such an infrastructure. And again, one unique feature in both these warehouses which we tried to build was the advanced fire protection system, wherein inside the warehouse we were bringing down the oxygen to 14 to 15%. As I told, there is no manual intervention inside the warehouse. There is no picker, there is no operator. So definitely you have a choice to reduce the oxygen level to such an extent that there is no fire outage, because such a highly automated system do have a lot of electrical wirings, a lot of control wiring which are going inside the chamber. There are cameras, there are lights, so there may be a chance of a short circuit. So how you prevent that in such a dense system? You make it completely fireproof. The one of the very practical solution is you reduce the oxygen level. So the fire also need oxygen. Without oxygen you can't burn a fire, right? So there is a limit of certain percentage of oxygen, and if you reduce it to that limit, the fire will not be there. So this was also first time in cold chain which we introduced. Now, this was the warehousing part. Now, the inventory is not completed till you have a WMS which can show the visibility of inventory, right? So at Indicold, we have our own WS management system. We don't take SAP, or we don't follow the Microsoft 360, which are tools available in market. Definitely advanced tool, but we have tried to develop, an Indian tool used by Indian brains, and we have mostly tried to sell to it our customer as well as other players. So this is a tool where we are trying to give 100% visibility of the inventory to all our partners. So if you can see these three images, the image which I am highlighting, it is showing a warehouse layout. So we are giving visibility at such a level that if you are the customer and you want to see uh, the warehouse where inventory is kept, so you can just click on your chamber, and once you click onto your chamber, you get to see the visibility. So these are the kind of dynamic dashboards which we are offering, which to provide a very good accuracy, visibility, and the fill rate of the chambers. If you can see, if you click in one of the window of the warehouse, you can see the rackings. The yellow and the green one are the rackings inside the chamber. The yellow one shows the filled racks, the green one shows the empty racks. So this level of inventory accuracy and space accuracy we are providing the customer. The customer at any point of time knows that, okay, if they are getting a chamber, this is the occupancy level they are having. So they don't need my reports. I don't need to mail them every day. They have a live access. So this is how we are leveraging the technology. So again, we are trying to make solution where we are using the barcodes, which is giving visibility of the inventory. So our operators, which if not going inside the chamber, outside the chamber, when we are loading or unloading the cargo, we are putting barcodes, and when we are scanning the barcodes, we are getting the visibility of the inventory, that okay, this product is there, this has this life, and this is visible to the customer also. And at the end of the day, we have made such a integrated WMS system that even your security guard is having to access to this system. So this is a common system having multiple access, with restricted usage, but it at a single point of time allow all people to do all the inventory related entry, all the vehicle related entry at a single platform. Many a time in supply chain we face these issues that someone is writing a number, and when it is being shared to some other fellow, the meaning of the number may change. Someone's writing might be an issue. Someone's documentation might not be that neat. You are calling every time a register, you are referring a register. So this waste a lot of time and energy, right? So we are trying to leverage technology and make a platform which is being used by everyone, so that at real time you get visibility. So using these tools, our customer are able to see visibility at real time, that your vehicle has reported, this is the phase your vehicle is going through. It is at the dock, or it is being loaded, or it is outside the warehouse. So you don't need to call people or follow up people, right? So that ease of usage we have given to the customers. Again, without logistics in cold chain, your integration doesn't get completed. So we have launched apps which give our customer as well as our partners, which are the other player like us, who are having a dedicated fleet or warehouses, who can join hands with them, so that we can give services to our customers. So we have made such apps, like IndiMove is one of our app which take care of the movement of cargo from farm to fork. So we have made, again, designed this in a very beautiful way, wherein the pilot, who is the guy who is carrying your inventory, as well as the customer, can talk on a single platform. So you get all the visibility of the fleet which we have available. So this kind of infrastructure integration we have tried to give. So with this, I am just winding up my presentation. Thank you.